Hey everybody, it's Nikki. Real quick before anybody pops on, I'm just doing a really quick live, so I hope everybody's having a magical day. I am enjoying some sun. So, I just was feeling good. I recorded a few videos, so I figured I'd come in here, see if anybody pops on. If not, that's cool too. I'm gonna do a collective right now, and we'll see where it goes. So, all right. Whew. And y'all going through it. Half the deck fell out. All right. So, as always, we are protected in white and golden light. Let any messages come through that are meant to come through. What messages are meant for the beautiful souls on my Divine Love Healing page. I appreciate y'all still sticking around, even though I haven't been as active. Just reformulating some stuff. So, hope everybody's doing great today. But this is going to be the collective read real quick. What messages does Spirit want the page to know? What messages can help them on their healing journey? All right, so the first card. All right, so the Age of Light, dude. You've been training for this for lifetimes. There's a reason you're on my page right now. We're here as light workers, you know. We're here to bring the light, usher in a new way of being, right? So, you know, don't be scared. I know things are not like they used to, but that's for the best. Because you don't want to be stuck in that old mindset that we were in, you know. The future that I see so brightly is, hey Valerie, how are you? So the future that I see so brightly is just community and working together. And I mean, gardens, yes. I'm so excited about like having fresh food and doing stuff. So if y'all haven't already, definitely get you a little garden going, because you're going to need it in the next few years, and I'm going to guarantee it. But the age of light that we are ushering in is all about community, and it's all about getting back to our heart center and connection. So that's beautiful. So how are you doing today, Valerie, by the way? Hope everything is good. Hey, I don't know if it's Jimmy or Jennifer, but welcome both, or welcome one or other. I'm just on here. I was pulling a collective, and then, you know, if anybody pops on later, and then I might pull a couple cards. You never know. So, all right. So this other card, though, for the collective is Unbound, releasing old patterns, contracts, things that I was just speaking of. It's an old mindset. It's time to stop thinking about how our parents did it. Stop thinking about how their grandparents did it, right? It's time to create our new earth. This is our earth, not theirs any longer, right? So, again, community. I feel that so big. People are getting connected, and they're getting, you know, set up with the people that are just like them. Like, you know, I would have never known I would have been connected with over 200 women, and there's millions of women that have PCOS and some sort of, you know, facial hair. But I co-host a group of over 200 beautiful women, and we are doing a project right now that's gonna, I mean, a lot of people are gonna see this, and they're gonna be like, wow, I didn't even know. You know, and so I'm so excited. So community is definitely where we're going in the future. So you've got to find your communities, find the people that resonate with what you like to do, you know, but release those old patterns and the soul contracts we keep on ourselves, or even just mindsets. Like, you know, when we were younger, our friends, our parents told us, don't act like that in public, because, you know, you don't want to embarrass us, or you don't want to, you know what I mean? Boy, bye, girl, bye. Act however you feel like you act, you know, because in those moments you are catering to your inner child, right? When you see a puddle, when you walk by a puddle, and you don't have, like, you're not worried about your shoes, right? You see that puddle, and your instinct, you want to jump in it. You want to do something like when you're a kid. Give into those moments. Give into those moments when you feel stuck, you know, whenever you're like, I hate my job, I hate my life, everything. Go back to your childhood. Run through a sprinkler. Go chase down the ice cream truck man, right? So it's about connecting to that inner side of yourself, so that way you can start releasing the way you were supposed to be, right? Your parents told you, hey, you're supposed to be acting like this, you're supposed to be doing this, or you overheard conversations, oh, that person's never going to go anywhere because they did this, right? In the back of your mind, you're never going to do that because you don't want to be like that, right? So it's about releasing the old patterns and releasing all of the old mindsets. So, Valerie, awesome. Okay. Spending time with grandkids, that is a blessing, because you can definitely get connected with your inner child through your grandkids, because they still have the eye of a child, the heart of a child, right? They see things differently than we do. So look at things through their eyes. Enjoy things with them as much as you can. I know we have physical limitations and everything like that. Me personally, I bought this kitty. It was like literally for toddlers, and you hook up a hose to it and it sprays water and we run through it. I will be 37 years old this year, and I am happy to run through a sprinkler. But it's about giving into those little moments where you feel, that's ultimately where your joy is going to come from. It's time that we need it, and we be our own joy dealer, right? We can only create happiness within ourselves. We can be with somebody, we can live in a house, we can be upset with everything, right? We can only create that happiness for ourselves. We can't expect other people to do it for us. So, that's why it always fails, or that's why we always feel like we're stuck in that loop, is because we're putting our happiness, or what we think is supposed to happen, we put that in other people, right? So, it definitely connect with your inner child, especially through your grandkids, and I believe both of y'all, because Valerie, aren't you Jessica's mom? And then Jimmy and Jennifer, aren't y'all the parents of, so that's kind of funny how, that's great to hear that you needed to hear this. I'm sorry if you're going through anything though. Like I know times can be rough, especially right now. So, it's so wishy-washy with the world. So, but, yeah, connect to your inner child through those moments, I know a good like memory or thing that I like to do is, I will watch cartoons and color. So again, I'm 37 years old, and I am going to connect to my inner child, because that is the core of who I am. That person that was not jaded by, all the things I witnessed, all of the things that I had to experience, especially in adulthood, being a single mom for literally my kids, almost like I've never been married, right? My kid turned 18 on Monday. I did it. So, but I never knew, I didn't know who I was. I was 18 when I had my baby, so I never got to, it went from a crazy childhood to even crazier teens to being a mom. And then I had to be a single mom for, and have to deal with, how that goes when, having to deal with, make sure you have house and all of that. And I just realized, like, in the last year even, I was creating my own issues. I was being upset at the wrong reasons. I wasn't taking joy in the stuff that I needed to. Even down, like, you can create joy, even washing your dishes, right? You can literally be watching, like, feel the water on your hands, watching the bubbles and watching the water splash around, those moments. It's about being your own joy dealer in every moment you can, connecting with that inner child of yours, right? Your dusty brother and sister. Oh, okay, I get it now. For some reason, I thought you were the parents. I don't know. But it's just cool, though, that I've got both of y'all, sandwiched in there. I met Jessica through work at WinStar, and we were cashiers together, and then I asked her husband to do a tattoo for me, and I invited my now girlfriend, Jamie. I invited her to come down, and I don't know if you can see it, but Dusty's the one that did this for me, and that was the day that I met my partner. So it's always, they're always gonna have a big part of my heart, and so. Oh, you love the craft? Yes, craft anything. Craft anything. Oh, thank you so much, though. I appreciate you for sure. I'm sorry I haven't been on here as much. I just had a lot of things going on. Again, my kid just turned 18, so I had to get him through the last few weeks of school for sure. I don't have to worry about that anymore. We did have that big storm that came through. I lost my vehicle, but I bought a new one yesterday. Yay! So, and like I said, it's about retraining your brain to not think of always the negative. We're so accustomed to automatically looking for the negative in something. Our parents would always make us hyper aware of our actions or how we were around other people, and that puts in your subconscious that you're not supposed to be a certain way, you're not supposed to do a certain way, or you heard all your life, oh, you're never going to be successful unless you're doing this, right? Unless you're some hedge fund owner, making millions of dollars. Well, no, I barely make any money here, but I'm still happy and I'm still living it. So it's about recreating the way you think about things, honestly. So, oh, they love Dusty. That's cool. That's so cool. So, anyway, since y'all are in here, is it Jimmy and Jennifer, or who's all watching? Just so I know how to announce or how to say it, whatnot. So, like I said, I was just doing some videos. I had recorded some videos on for my TikTok and stuff, and I'm sure I'll put some on here. I haven't even been doing cards for myself, y'all. Legit since since Jimmy's grandfather came through me last year. That it kind of made me stop for a minute because it scared me almost to the point where I couldn't have that control. You know what I mean? It's different whenever it's my spirit guides. I'm used to them and stuff, and then all of a sudden I'm feeling and I'm hearing and I'm seeing and I'm like, that's not me, right? So it kind of, I had to learn how to balance myself and ground my energy, and I had to protect myself, because you never know. Not saying your grandfather was bad or anything, but you never know what kind of energy you're dealing with. So I had to back away for a while. So, and I'm creating something. After the PCOS project, I'm going to create I think a beginner's course, tell y'all what I went through for my spiritual journey, because I guarantee if you knew me 10 years ago, never would have imagined I was be doing this. I never would imagine. So anyway, all right, Valerie, would you like a card? So I'll go ahead and do Valerie's if she would like one, and then I didn't see if Jennifer or Jimmy, if they're still in here. So I just wanted to come in and give y'all a couple cards. Hey, Tara, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen much of you on Facebook, so of course I've been stuck on TikTok. Don't do it. If y'all don't have it, don't do it. Don't do it. So it gets, man, and I figured out why I was so addicted to TikTok, because I'm ADD. I have to have, I'm very hyper focused, aware of everything. Awesome. Tell her I said hi. And awesome. I'll pull you a card in a second. But anyway, so, see, ADD. I'm like, where was I? I'm so ADD, but I'm searching for dopamine. The dopamine, the feel goods, right, in my brain. I'm trying to kick that on. So I try to get into things that are like the casino, per se, right? You go to the casino, you push the button, and if you win, you get that dopamine rush, right? Well, TikTok is a lot like that. because you scrolling and it's a constant. Sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's funny, sometimes, it gets you in that. And then when the haters start, then you're going after them. And then whenever, somebody puts on there, oh, I'm so glad I found you. I thought I was the only one that was like this. I'm so grateful to see you. It's different emotions, right? So we get addicted to the scrolling and stuff. And so I've had to put a limit on myself on TikTok, which I still put in my password and still do it. But anyway, it's the dopamine that we're chasing. We're chasing that feel good. That's why we put ourselves in situations that we shouldn't be. That's why we deal with the toxic partners that we shouldn't. It's because we're searching for that dopamine, that next quick fix, that next, it's an addiction thing, honestly. And ADD just makes it even worse because you're like constantly looking for it, right? So, hey Kayla, good to see you in here. But yeah, I had that moment though the other day when I was like, why do I want to be on that? And Facebook used to be like that. It was so bad on Facebook. I would be in a random doctor's office and just open, like, as I'm talking to them, open it up. Like, what am I doing on Facebook? So I've got to figure out how to get the dopamine fixes without the external things, But we do. We get in and we get addicted to the motion, to the thrill of it, right? So, oh my goodness, Valerie, your cards are going everywhere, girlfriend. You got something going on. Let's see it. All right. As always, we are protected in white and golden light. Let any messages come through that are meant to come through only for Valerie at this moment. Only for Valerie. What messages do her spirit guides need her to hear today? I'm telling you, they're going everywhere. All right. So, one popped out, and then I grabbed another one. And that's so funny. This is exactly what I've been talking about this whole time. All right. Play. Have fun. Celebrate. That goes back to the inner child, right? It's about getting out of your mindset. Stop worrying about, bills. Stop worrying about your 9 to 5. Worry about happiness and how can you create it? How can you make joy for yourself? Again, being your own joy dealer every day. How can you do that? So have fun. Don't be so serious all the time, Valerie. Don't be so serious. And I laugh because I am the most serious person you'll ever meet sometimes. So have fun with it. Enjoy life. Start creating that. And I'm talking every day, y'all. Every day, find at least 5-10 minutes to yourself. That's that soul care, right? Cleanse your body. Cleanse your soul body, right? So, you know how you take a shower every day, right? Or every other day, whatever your routine is, right? You have to cleanse it. Well, you have to do the same for your soul body too. So if you're not regularly giving yourself the joy, if you're not regularly, I'm going to say meditating, there's different ways of meditating, but taking those moments for yourself, prayer is how God listens to us, but we have to listen back. That's what meditation is. It's taking a still moment. It's taking a moment for yourself and releasing anything that you've carried all through the day. We pick up the minute we roll out of bed, we're picking up our phone, looking at all the bullshit, news, friends with drama, right? Our own drama. So from now on, and this is serious business, you need to spend at least, 5-10 minutes to start, because you need more than that, but to start, 5 to 10 minutes, set a timer, take those moments and breathe, focus on your breathing. A good breathing meditation I just actually learned about is you breathe into and then you breathe out for 12. So I would go, you get what I'm saying? So breathe in 2 big breaths and then you slowly let it out for 12 12 seconds, right? That helps you to not only get oxygen in your body, but it helps you to bear with me real quick, Deborah, okay? I'll answer your question though. But yeah, so take a few moments, Valerie. Take a few moments for yourself every single day. And I'm talking the minute you wake up, do not pick up your phone. Do not pick up your phone. Take a few moments to yourself. Shield yourself. Wash your spiritual body. So that way you are prepared and you can go out and you can deal with your family. You can deal with strangers. You can deal with whatever situation is. You have to put on your armor first. You have to clean yourself first, right? So that way you're ready to deal with all of that. And, you know, you're going to see a difference in your attitude and your day-to-day. People around you will start acting like that because it'll, whenever you do something, when you heal yourself, it ripple effects. It ripple effects to other people. So you don't even, if you have somebody in your life that's just so like, oh, blah, 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 you hate it being around them, right? Do the motion that you wish they would do and see how it changes. Like, think about it the way that you should think about it, right? Anyway, got way off subject. But your other one was the mystic, the teacher, right? The sisterhood of the rose. So there's somebody that is meant to hear your story and you're not telling it yet. So somebody is out there that has had a lot to do with your story or has been through the same things you have, and they need to hear your voice and they need to hear your message through your story. So sometimes just being your authentic self and sharing a little part of yourself and being vulnerable just a little bit helps you to create that life and that mindset that you want, right? So it'll bring in the people that you want to be in there. It'll bring in, you know, and while sharing, then like I said, other people will see it and they'll resonate and they'll feel not alone, and then you'll know you're not alone. You know, when I started in March of last year growing this bad boy out, never would have known that I'd connect with so many other people that had the same issues. Kayla, if she's still in here, being one of them. And she's close to me, so that's awesome. So, you know, you never know who you can affect or how your story can affect someone until you get it out there, right? So, Valerie, just have fun with it, too. Don't be serious. Don't think, you know, but your story is needing to be shared. It's needing to be shared. So, hope that helped you today, Valerie. So, you're new to this. Let's see. How do I read the cards? Desperate to find some things out. Okay, so, I mean, everybody does it a little differently. Me, personally, yes, I am intuitive. Yes, I am empath. Most of the time, I can pick up the card and just know it just comes to me. I just hear that spirit. It just comes out. Sometimes I have to read the book. There's no right or wrong way. I see people do it all different ways, but most oracle cards, if you're going to get started for reading for yourself, most oracle cards come with books, which is amazing. But if you try to tarot, you can learn it this way as well. But there's 78 cards. That's why I'm taking a little bit longer on the tarot part for me. So, but oracle is a great way to start. So, if you're looking for your first deck, best bet, go to a shop. Like, go find a shop that sells tarot and oracle. Look at them. Look them up online. See if you resonate with the pictures, because you might get it and be like, oh, no, that's not for me, right? My first ones are mermaids. They're inside. These were gifted to me by my partner, and I think they are freaking amazing. This is the Work Your Light oracle cards. And so whenever I'm shuffling, something tells me to stop, and I stop. And then once I flip the cards over, and I don't do it the same every time, it's different. But once I flip the card over, and then that gives me the card, it tells me, it gives you, you know, the name and a little brief description. And like I said, most of the time I can just look at the card and be like, oh, that's what it's trying to say. Or spirit will give me something to say. Or sometimes I just read the answers. But if you're looking into doing it yourself, definitely do your research. Don't just buy your first deck and, hope that helps. But if you need me to get you a card out real quick, I don't mind doing that either. So let me know in the comments. So, oh, and you're welcome, Valerie. Kayla, I'm glad that you came in here. You were just pulling cards. It's the day, man. Janine, I'm great. Thank you. But it is the day for cards. I just felt it. I was outside enjoying, enjoying the weather. And I was like, might as well, I think I recorded maybe 10 videos for the future. So I need to start doing it that way, honestly, because it just, if I'll say, oh, I'm going to go do it. Or, I'll wake up in the morning with the intention and then all hell breaks loose. And then I'm like, oh, I never did it. So a lot of my issues with not coming on here and doing these lives and stuff is my own BS. I'm going to tell you that now. Some of it is that I had to learn some more, grounding and protection techniques. But honestly, it's my motivation. I have to hold myself accountable. And I've started doing that. And so, yeah, sometimes you got to do it. It's freezing cold and raining. Oh my goodness. Well, it's been raining for the last 3 or 4 days. I mean, I can tell because I'm on like a tapestry and it's wet. So, and there was water. Man, we had a horrible storm that came through last night, but afterwards was the most beautiful rainbow. So, anyway, I'm looking to see if you can read my. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can do that for you. Let's see. Real quick. Deborah, let me know if you want these cards or these cards. So A or B. So I will tell you with these ones, they can get a little dark and a little dreary, but you need both shadow and light to heal, because you have to go through your shadow self in order to get to your light self. So, but yeah, anyway, Janine, yeah, it's been raining for days and days. I really am so glad that her garden is good. So, but anyway, Deborah, just let me know if that's what you would like. Yeah, for sure, Janine. I was just coming on because, like I said, I was doing some videos and I was like, might as well do the group. I haven't done them in a long time. So, Janine, did you want the heal yourself or the work your light? So the pink or the brown? Pink or the brown? So, but anyway, I've got some other ideas too that I'd like to. I've got this book that I haven't started yet, but I want to start sharing these because it's amazing. Where are my videos? Oh, I put them on TikTok. I haven't uploaded them over here yet. Okay, I will. I was recording them and putting them in my drafts, so that way throughout the week, all I have to do is, put the captions, put what I mean to say, and then post it. So that way I don't have to do it later. That's honestly what I need to start doing, is I need to, record 10 to 20 and then put them out through the week. That way it's consistent, So, all right, Spirit. What cards would you like me to use for Janine? All right, we're going for heal yourself, girl. Heal yourself. So, okay. Deborah, just give me one moment. I didn't even know if you were still in here. So, let me do a card or two for Janine, and then I'll be on yours. So, all right. So, Janine. Now I can't. Okay, awesome, Kayla. I'm like, you said A, but then I've done so much talking since then, I can't remember which ones were A or B, Deborah. Was it the brown ones or the pink ones? And Kayla, I'll get you after Deborah's, okay? All right, so, Janine, what messages are meant for you today? What messages are needed for your healing journey? Sorry about the dog in the back. I can't help that. All right, Janine. What messages is Spirit? I feel like Spirit's been yelling at you and you ain't been listening, because I hear yelling and it's like, It's like yelling at a brick wall. That's the picture that I just got. So someone is yelling at you and you're not listening. So meditate, listen to what your spirit guides have to say. Let's see. No, Janine, you're good. I'm doing it right now. You're good to go. All right, Janine. All right, so, girlfriend, letting go. Letting go. You're holding on to too much. You're holding on to things that are no longer serving you. You're holding on to old ideals, ways of being, things, ways that your life you feel like should be. You're holding on to patterns, I hear. You're holding on to those mindsets that keep you stuck. And I think that you know, not that you're doing bad. I don't want to say that, but I feel like you put your spirituality and your growth on hold. Something happened in the last few months that something happened and it almost like stopped you. And you stopped listening to your guides. You just doing the 3D stuff, right? You're just doing the day-to-day. You're handling things the way that you used to. Why are you self-sabotaging yourself? You don't know how to let go? I mean, honestly, it's all like a mental process. You have to, from me, I don't have to have a physical thing, but maybe you do. Maybe you need to do like a cord cutting ceremony with, you know what I mean, with those mindsets. Write it down on a piece of paper and light it. Put it back in, if you have to have something physical, do it, right? And we're still in that full moon energy, so you can definitely do it today, but releasing and letting go can happen any day. Trying to get back on track. I feel that, girl. And like, you've been watching me, right? I went through that moment too. You go back to the 3D because you're like, oh, that stuff's too hard. Maybe I'm not worthy. Maybe because I'm broken, nobody's gonna listen to me. Maybe because I don't live my true best life like I'm telling everybody else to. You know what I mean? It's like imposter syndrome. You think you're an imposter. But what you don't realize is that nobody wants an angel who's never had any mistakes. Or nobody wants somebody who, claims to know it all or do it all and never, you have to be broken in order to heal those parts, right? And even a chandelier is broken glass and it looks beautiful. So, know that even in your current state, whatever you're going through, your mental status, whatever you've been doing, you did not go back, right? You did not go back. You just took a hold. And so now it's time to pick up your skirt and go on about your way, right? Well, not skirt. Who wears skirts these days? But I mean, if y'all do, that's fine. But but anyway, and have faith with the process. Know that it's happening. It's happening at the time and how it's meant to happen. So I'm gonna go into the book real quick. Let's see. You're being challenged to change your point of view. Recognize that this particular relationship has run its course. So if there is somebody that you're holding on to, if there's somebody, was that sarcastic? No, not you. No, but if there's somebody you're holding on to and they're not for your good, that they just cause you issues, that they're just going to start drama behind your back, right? Why are you holding on to that relationship? Because it's no good. It's no good. It's not doing you anything but causing you stress and grief, right? So let me give you an example. My sister, it has not been the best person. Our whole life, she's been the toxic one out of everybody, right? I have cut those ties. So now she has decided that she's going to take everyone in our family and make them feel bad for everything they've done because she's hurting. So sometimes you'll hear about stuff, right, that person is doing, or, you'll, or say you let go, and then 2 days later you feel lonely, and so you go back, right? You go back and you're like, oh, maybe it'll be different this time. Maybe because we had that outing, or because I called them out on the last time, maybe they're not going to do that to me again. That's showing yourself you don't respect yourself, and you don't respect your time, and you don't respect your own, like, autonomy. Like, you have to sever the cord and be done with it. And stop going back out of loneliness, or stop going back because you think that's all you deserve, because you deserve so much better, Janine. So much better. So definitely time to let go of that. Again, if you need, I can send you some like physical ways that you can, I say physical, but it literally is physical. But anyway, yeah, I've got some like cord cutting techniques or things that you can do with physical stuff in order for your eyes to see it and know that, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it's more than just thinking about it and letting it go, you know? You can literally, like, I would imagine, like, riding something on a balloon and letting it go in my imagination. But that might not work for somebody else. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I hope that helps. I know it always seems like I'm telling you what to do, Janine. But I believe in you, and I know that you can get through this. I've seen so much from you, so much growth, and you didn't go, just by putting it on hold, you didn't go back. You didn't, you know, this is just your re-lesson. That's all it is. So, all right, I'll send you some in a little bit when I get off here and stuff, but I keep trying to call him. Block his number so you don't. Block his number. So it's just a bad thing because you're always going to feel like it's never going to be there for you, right? So you're always going to... I believe in you, girl. I believe in you. All right. Let's see, Deborah. I am going to pull a card for you. Deborah. As always, we're protected in white and golden light. Let any messages come through that are meant to come through. And what messages are meant for Deborah today? What messages can help them on their healing journey? All right. Popping out there. What are you procrastinating at? What are you putting on the back burner? I feel like it's clothes. I just seen a heap of clothes. Why are you procrastinating cleaning your clutter? This could be in, it could be in a physical sense, like your actual house. You've just been not doing it. And girl, I feel that. I have had dishes in my sink for 3 days. I feel that, but it's time to clear the clutter so that way you can step into your next power. Step into the next part of your journey. By procrastinating, all we do is it's putting a wrench in the divine plan. So say I know that I have this project or something that I wanted to get accomplished, even if it was a goal, right? But I spend all my time on social media, or I spend all my time doing this one thing that isn't getting me to my goal. It's time to stop and actually put focus into what your goal is. Even if it takes sitting down and doing something little for that every single day. But it is time to stop procrastinating and really do the thing you're wanting to do. Do it. I get it. I'm a master procrastinator. Right? So, but the next step of your journey is coming. So you have to clear the clutter. You have to clear the way that you used to do things in order to go to the next step. And pay attention to the signs that are coming to you, because people are going to show you who you are, or who they are, right? Situations are going to show you the truth about it. You just have to pay attention and not hold on. Don't hold on to something for the thought of something else. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't fall in love with someone for what they potentially can act like or what they can potentially do for you. Fall in love with the person that it is. So even if that means falling in love with yourself. So stop procrastinating, because it's not going to get you anywhere. It's like a hamster on a wheel. That's all you're doing. So I hope that helps, Deborah. Sorry that took a minute. All right, Kayla, and you said brown, correct? Oh my goodness, it's getting warm out here. Yep. All right. I will pull a card for Kayla. As always, we are protected in white and golden light. Let any messages come through that are meant to come through. What messages are meant for Kayla today? These are so beautiful. Sorry, I just noticed they're so beautiful in the sun. I didn't even realize that it had all this green on it. You can see it differently out here, so. All right, sorry. ADD moment. All right, Kayla. Let's see what messages your spirit guides have for you today. What message you need to hear for your healing journey. All right, Kayla. Say what you mean. Stop saying things to please other people. Please. Stop shutting your mouth when you wanna call somebody out on their BS. Stop doing it, because all you're doing is shutting your own light down, right? When we let other people go further than we would, prefer, instead of setting our boundaries and holding our boundaries, it's almost diminishing respect for yourself. So, say what you mean. If something is bugging you, speak up. Speak up, because being authentically you is the only way that you're going to get through that situation. Because if you keep sugarcoating it and you keep putting crap on it, right, it's just going to come back as crap. So you have to open up and be honest and open about what you feel and how something or someone is making you feel, right? You can't, oh, that's fine, but you're really hating it. You know what I mean? Someone asks you to go and do a favor. I feel like somebody's been asking you for favors, and you are giving in because you don't want to be seen like you're mean, or you know what I mean? You're doing too much for someone. You're not setting a boundary. So it's time to reevaluate your relationships in your life, and where can you throw up those boundaries? And I'm going to tell you now, they're not going to like it. They are not going to like it at all, because you are telling them no. So it just like, yeah, say what you mean. I feel resentment. That's the word, resentment. You're going to start resenting that person and yourself by putting like sugar-coated crap out there. So start paying attention to the situations that are making you feel that way. When someone comes and wants to ask you for $5, is it your inkling just to give it to them so that way you look, one way or another? Or if you have it, do you like, what is the real reason why you're giving them that money? You get what I'm saying? Not that I'm saying it's about money, but that was kind of an example. Sorry, I'm getting a Charlie horse in my leg real quick, but anyway, so yeah, say what you mean. Don't sugarcoat for nobody. Because if they can't handle you at your worst, then they can't handle you at your best. Or they don't deserve you at your best, right? So, hope that helped, Miss Girl. Miss Girl. For sure. And those boundaries, like I said, they're not gonna like it, because you're telling them no. And that's because they have something they have to work on in themselves. That little hurt rejection button that our parents, the first time that we really wanted something and our parents said no, it ingrains in us. I'm telling you, inner child has a lot to do with our healing stuff. We put limitations and set them on ourselves and then expect ourselves to live by them, and then feel bad when we don't. Like, why? Why do we do this to ourselves? So I feel you, girl. I feel you. I used to be one of those people that, like, I'd be in a toxic ass relationship and I'd let them do it, and then go and bitch to my mama. Well, there ain't no reason. If I would have just spoke up and said my word, or I won't do something because I'm afraid of what other people think, or that's no way to live. Start being authentic, and like I said, the people that do not handle your worst, right, they're the ones that don't deserve you at your best. So don't even give them your time, your energy. So hope that helped. So I will definitely be in contact with you in the next couple weeks. So I'm excited about the project. So, it's going to be big. That's another procrastination. I was talking about Deborah. I definitely procrastinate because I could have been had this project done. So, but you can only go from one step at a time. You know, you can't go back. You can't change time. You can't change what you did, right? You can only start from here and move forward, and that's all you can do. So, all right. Let's see. All right, let me see. I just stay in my house. How do I get out of this position? Man, I am sorry to hear that, Deborah. That's rough whenever you're battling yourself, you know? Like when you can't get out of your mindset. I get that. My mom stays in her room like probably 70%, 80% of her life. She's been in her room. And she always, you know, she'll get out to the casino and stuff like that, but like she'll always be like, oh, well, I'm not, you know, I'll never find a man, or I'll never, you know, find somebody to love me. I'll never have a best friend. Well, if you never, then you're never, right? So ultimately, we have to pull ourselves up from our bootstraps, and it sucks. And it sucks because we feel alone, but maybe in those moments is when you find your community and people that are the same and going through the same thing you are. You know, find your tribe. Find the people that you are meant to be around, and the people that bring you up in those moments, right? So, what is the biggest struggle? Is it just dealing with people, or has it been COVID, or what is your biggest strife right now, Deborah? If you don't mind sharing. The ladies in here are amazing people. They're not, you know, they're not some randos or anything. So if you feel like sharing, I don't mind, you know, still talking about that. And you're welcome, Kayla. Glad you stopped in. So I usually, usually, I haven't done them in a while, but I used to do lives every week. And, of course, never like this out in the sun. But anyway, I'm going to wait for Deborah's response. Let's see. How long have I been on this real quick? Okay. Well, I'm actually going to have to get off here in a few moments. So once I get Deborah's response. And then let's see. I'm going to do one more collective for the end of this video. Alright. And as always, we're protected in white and golden light. Golden light. Enjoy the sun when y'all can, y'all. Enjoy it. I don't know if it got bad down there, Kayla. I don't know if you're still in here, but if it got bad down there where you live yesterday, man, that rainbow was fantastic. The rainbow that was after that storm, it was beautiful. I walked out my house and literally, like, if I was out here last night, it was like right here. Like, you could see it right next to our house. It was crazy. So, anyway, my cards be going everywhere. Oh, no problem, Janine. I'll message you in a little bit, okay? Let me get inside and get all this stuff picked up and everything. So, I'll message you with my little tools of the trade. I hope you have a good day, though, Janine. I appreciate you always. All right, so let's do another collective. Oh, yeah, if you go to my Facebook, I did a live video because it just wouldn't capture it in one photo. So I did a live video. I don't know if you're friends with Jamie, but she did too, and she got there was like a lightning strike that happened through it. It was a double rainbow, though. It was beautiful. Sorry, I got the hiccups now. All right, so since that one's gonna be popping out, woo! Starseed, what lights you up? That actually goes with the first, with the first card that I drew. So, the starseed, what lights you up? Let me see what the book said. If I can stop. All right, so starseeds are souls with a double mission: to raise their own consciousness and the consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. Many starseeds arrive with the feeling that time is running out and that there's something that they have come here to create or contribute. Not sure about y'all, but I definitely felt that call. That is why I'm doing what I do. You're being encouraged to answer the call. So, what lights you up? Once you're awake, most starseed souls find it hard to have meaningless conversations, which that's very true. When I was working, I could not talk to people about mundane stuff. It was all about planets and spirit and energy and vibration and chakras, stones. Anyway, so you know that there's much more to life, and so we're scattered all over the planet, and we're definitely here just to heal our own soul, so that way we heal the soul of the universe, of the planet. I'm sorry. So, anyway, that was the last collective. I apologize. I have hiccups now. Oh no. I get that. It is time to start loving yourself, regardless of the beings that you birth, right? Regardless, it's time to start pouring love into yourself. Yes, you brought them in. Yes, situations should be different, and they should not treat you like that, and they should not, it should not be like that. But at the same time, they were not your full purpose. You are here to do something so much more. And honestly, if you connect with people, I guarantee there are many, many other parents that feel the same way that you do, and it's time to connect with those souls that have gone through this, and pray every day that they'll change their minds, or that things will get different. But again, you cannot control what other people do or say. You can only control your reaction to the situation, right? So if you're constantly thinking about that, the fact that they have abandoned you, which that's gonna hold heavy on your heart. I know abandonment is something, again, deep-seated from childhood, right? But we are not here to just be that, to be their parent, to be their, their spouse, all of that. We are here for different missions. Again, like the starseed, right? The starseed card. We're here for many missions. So it's time to start pouring love into yourself, finding the things that you enjoy. Point blank. You are the only one that can change your happiness. You are the only one responsible for your happiness. And I know that's sad, like that's hard to hear. And I hate to be the messenger. Again, don't shoot the messenger, just the message. Or yeah, don't shoot the messenger, just the message, right? It's time to start loving yourself and finding out who you truly are. Beyond the 3D of the people that are supposed to be in your life and what it's supposed to be like, it's time to start pouring that love and that attention into yourself. You have to have stuff that gives you encouragement every day, right? Do you have any like pets, or do you have any other way that you can, because I'm at a loss for words. I apologize, but I don't want to sound too rough. I don't want to sound like I am, preaching to you, but again, our happiness is we are the only ones responsible for our happiness. Point blank. No one can do that for you. No amount of people in our life or lack of people in our life, no amount of things other people can do for us. We are not happy unless we do it for us. And so it's time to start finding those things. Spend time every single day doing something that you enjoy. I don't know if you have the ability or if you can get into a bathtub, but that is highly recommended at least once a week to start, right? I used to take a bath every day, but when you're in that bath, it's not about cleaning. It's about cleaning it's not about cleaning your physical body. It's about cleaning your soul, your spiritual body, right? Start working on those things that hurt, right? Whenever you start feeling like that, change your energy. Find something to work with your hands that you can create that will give you happiness when you look at it later and be like, look, instead of being upset or instead of being sad about what I can't help, because honestly, you can't help it. You cannot help what's been happened. Again, we cannot turn back time, right? Yes, Joyce, for sure. Yes. So it's definitely time to step into your own power. Find out what you enjoy. That doesn't have to do with your family. That's what, I don't think that you've actually thought about it. Because we're so conditioned to think, oh, if my family doesn't look like this, oh, if my, if whatever, my wealth doesn't look like this, or my house doesn't look like this, or whatever the situation may be, then it's not valid. Well, guess what? You are valid any moment of your life. But it's time you take control. You have to step up and step into your power and realize that you can be happy regardless of who, yes, it fucking sucks, dude. I would not even know how to deal with that. And I get that you have been dealing with this for a long time, but it's time to start finding out who you really are, what you are meant to be here for, because it was more than just birthing them. Guaranteed, it was more than just birthing them. It's not your job. Again, it's not where you live. It's not the people in your life. It is what you are doing with that time, what you are creating in those moments, how you are changing your relationship to emotions, your relationship to other people, your relationship to, your mental status. Start enjoying yourself, Deborah. Well, it's not late. That is an amazing thing, Deborah, because you are still here and you work through that. You work through the hardest feeling that anybody could ever imagine. I can't even, I don't even have words to, I couldn't even imagine. But I know that you are here to do so much better and so much more than just being a mother to ungrateful or whatever the situation, right? So take yourself away from that situation. Take the label off of yourself of what a mom should be or what that should look like. Take that label off yourself. From today on, you are autonomous. You are Deborah. Or whatever name you want to go by, right? At 63, you might decide that you want to be, Deborah, right? Deborah. I'm just saying, have fun with it. Play with your, honestly, find the things that you're meant to do. Find your community. That's the biggest thing. And I know it's hard right now with everything, COVID and all that, but there are online communities that you can get involved with, and I'm proud of you for coming in here and asking for, for the card and the guidance and stuff like that. You have definitely seen a lot more than I have in my life. That is for sure, but it's time to stop thinking like the old ways, right? From today on, you are Deborah and you are love. And you know why? Because you love yourself. And you need to tell yourself in the mirror, and I will say this over and over again, tell yourself in the mirror, that you are beautiful and that you are worthy of love, even from yourself, no matter the circumstances. No matter what stories you tell yourself, whenever you start to think about saying that, automatically a story gets placed in your head, right? That's the story you've been telling yourself, so it's time to rewrite your story. It's time to rewrite your future and time to rewrite the way that you've been thinking about things, because honestly, that's what's going to start the journey, your healing journey. And once you start healing yourself, it'll ripple off into the people that it's meant to be. And the ones that are meant to be in your energy and be what you, the greatness that is Deborah, right? Once you realize who you are, that's whenever the right people will come around. And that's whenever you'll feel loved and you'll feel that way. But you have to make yourself feel that way first. We can only heal the world by healing ourselves first. You're in an airplane. Hear me out. You're in an airplane. Who's the first person they tell to put on the oxygen? Not your kid. Not the elderly person beside you, right? You put your oxygen mask on yourself first. And that's because you are the ship driver, right? Even if you know that, you're technically not the driver, that this person is here and that person is doing that, right? You are the driver. You are the only one that can control your reaction. You are the only one that's in control. Again, with your happiness. So, learn who you are and love who you are. So, there's somebody else out there that needs to hear your story and that needs that comfort and that support, and you will definitely find that person. You just got to put yourself out there. So, I hope that helped, Deborah. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And definitely, once you find your mission, I'm telling you, it's on. It's game, right? We're not here to work and then die. I promise you. So, be still and gentle with yourself. Be gentle in the way that you think about yourself. And every time you look in the mirror, every single time, tell yourself you are worthy of love. And make yourself believe that. And don't settle for anything less. Don't settle for anything less. And like I was saying earlier, no one wants an angel that's never made mistakes, right? They want somebody that's been through it. The best testimonies are from people that have had the worst lives. The junkies that have been down to nothing, that changed their lives and then changed hundreds, thousands of other people, right? The evangelical mom who hated gays and hated all of that stuff because it was against the Bible, right? And then their son comes out and now has an organization that is love and supporting for LGBTQ all over the world for millions of people, right? It can go from one end of the spectrum all the way to the other, but the middle is you. That's the story. That's the person you've got to find who it is. So, I hope that helped, Deborah. I appreciate you coming in. So, all right. Joyce, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Real quick, I've got my phone's dying and I need water. So, I'm going to say give me a few moments and I'm going to get off here so I can get the phone all set up and bring all my water, but I think I'm going to pop back on. So Joyce, if you want to pop back on in a few minutes, I don't mind doing a card for you. So I'm rolling and getting it done. So, but anyway, like I said, I'm going to finish this just for a little bit just so I can go refresh myself. Because again, you got to take care of yourself first, right? Because if I'm over here dying of dehydration, that's good to hear, Joyce. That's good to hear. Definitely, we're all on a journey. It's just about finding that journey. So, all right. But, yeah, I will be right back on here. Just let me go and get some water and stuff. So, thank y'all for popping on.